I was just so intrigued with this woman's experience that I just said, well, let's just talk about this the whole time because I think this is really deep. I think about how unhappy so many of our people end up becoming, how stressed out they are, and just in the misery that doesn't just come from that. It's things like broken relationships and trauma and abuse and beating each other up in the street and just crazy stuff that doesn't represent the best of who we are. And what you'll find when you dig through it is a lot of these situations are connected on some level to financial security. Or, and people that are doing well, that have something to lose, they're not usually the ones out in the streets beating each other up and doing crazy stuff. So really with this young lady, she's presenting a problem that is going to be difficult to solve now, right? Like because she has all these bills and maybe she doesn't have the skill to go out and make money, things like that. But they're very easily solvable if you plan ahead. Another thing that someone could have done for her is just teach her how to go make a dollar. Right? I believe every black child should know every black child should know how to be an entrepreneur by the age of 12. Every black child should know how to start a business by the age of 12. So if she's sitting there and she's like, bro, it's hard, bro. I don't have any money, bro. Well, if she has an entrepreneurial brain, because I'm sure she learned other things. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we got kids that learn how to rap, they learn how to twerk, they learn how to play football. It's easier to learn how to start a business than it is to learn how to play football. To be on a football team, because football teams require hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of work and preparation. Playing football requires a tremendous amount of courage to go out there and get your head knocked off, possibly. Playing football requires a ton of discipline because you're out there doing those those 100 those 2 a day practices in 100-degree heat. Playing football is hard. I was talking to a guy about that the other day. I can't remember who it was. I think I was talking to Ezekiel Elliott's father. Ezekiel Elliott was a star for the Dallas Cowboys in Ohio State. And when he came to the All Black National Convention, we were talking about that. And I said, it is so hard for to be a great athlete like your son was. And he said, yeah, my son, we never had any intention on my son being an athlete. I remember his father is a member of the Nation of Islam, and they don't play when it comes to intelligence and preparation. That's why I love the nation. And he said that, we didn't even know he was going to be that great. We were planning on him doing other things with his life. But it turns out that he happened to be arguably the greatest running back in the history of Ohio State football, which is known for producing great running backs. I mean, Ohio State won the national championship this year by a long shot, blew everyone away, and he's arguably the greatest running back in the history of Ohio State. But still, even in that family, where they were blessed with all this athletic talent, I had so much respect and appreciation for the fact that he literally was like, he said, man, I wasn't trying to have my kids just thinking that sports was their only option. So in my view, it's important that we make that connection because what happens with our little boys is we got millions of these boys that have so much talent, so much ability, and there's all these systems that are designed and wired to extract wealth from your family and from these boys. They got the little Pee Wee League football programs that are feeders into the NFL and basketball, same thing, feeders into the NBA. And I would say to what that we have to have systems ourselves.